Bloggo's POW.
Right, let's have a look at 4 more arcade games that I haven't covered because they're probably too well known and they might be a little bit of a classic. Right, so first off we have Aliens, Konami's take on James Cameron's 1986 movie, and you can see this is 1990s, so this is 4 years after the fact. Konami really did want the Aliens license. I mean, if you remember Contra, guys, or Probotector, whatever you want to call it this week, there was some very heavy Aliens influence in the first 2 Contra games. Even down to some of the guns looking at pulse rifles and some very xenomorph style aliens. Anyway, we have not a Contra style game, it's still a run and gun of sorts, but sort of a bit more like a belt scroller. And I'm really going to go on record here that this is not the prettiest game for 1990. Really, it is not. That's for some bombs, there's Newt. It looks like, to be honest, something that did come out in 1986, so I suppose that's on brand. Maybe not even that good, but yeah, it is very blocky, not a massive amount of detail in things. But it is very playable and has a lot of people, a lot of fans. Obviously, it's going to take some real liberties with the source material. Like, you remember this bit in Aliens where, well, facehuggers attack? Well, that definitely happened, but Ripley then had to take care of a really, really big xenomorph with a stretchy neck. That wasn't even in the director's cut. Well, at least not the director's cut I saw, anyway. And also, if you notice, Ripley is legally distinct. She hasn't got dark hair, she's got blonde hair because they probably couldn't get the license to use Sigourney Weaver's likeness. Meanwhile, Giraffe Alien is getting slowly barbecued until its head falls off. And of course it's not dead, because it's some kind of zombie. And it's easily toasted. Thank you very much. Now I'm playing the world version here, not the Japanese version. So that means we get this bit. And I do believe this bit wasn't in the Japanese version. Or was it the US version this bit wasn't in? So yeah, it's sort of a bit like Space Invaders, really. You've got to stop the aliens from getting down to the fronts of the APC and doing damage to you. But you do have some rocket bombs to do stuff like that. Excellent. And you're racing, you're going to control the speed of the APC, but you're racing to stop Newt being kidnapped by an alien at the end of the stage, which, spoiler alert, happens anyway. Look, there she is. So off into the event you go, and this section you've got a motion sensor, which is probably about as useful as a chocolate teacup, because you can see the aliens coming anyway. Also, I forgot to mention you have 2 fire buttons, a crouch and fire and a stand and fire. Not a lot of difference between them, you may think, if you're standing up crouching in an air vent, but yeah, it does make a difference. And of course, those other things from the movie that you didn't notice because you were asleep was the zombies in the background. Put them the credits in. Let's see if we can get to at least the elevator stage, because elevator stage, it definitely thinks it's a scrolling beat up because of elevator stages. And why aren't those grenades hurting that alien there? I really don't know. And we're out of the air vents into the elevator. Now this is the annoying bit. This is the bit I could never get past in the arcades without bumping a load of credits in. See the 3 wires on the top of the elevator? Aliens will damage them, just like that. And I died horribly. And if you continue, the wires stay broken. So you've stuck a new credit in, and you will die if the wires will break. And it's very relentless. No aliens dancing on top of my elevator just yet. It's going to happen any second. There they go. And we're dead again. And we're down to one wire. There we go. And it's a long way down. Dead. Hey, look, there's a power-up. We have some missiles. And there's more zombie colonists with machine guns. Again. It was not in any version of the film I've seen. And we've got a rock alien. This is really good fun with 2 players. I imagine the elevator scene will probably be a lot easier with 2 players. And these homing missiles are making short work of things that are behind me as well, so that's handy. Meanwhile, rock alien is back. With his cotton ball fuzzy attacks. And his weird ass music. The music reminds me of Splatterhouse. Yeah, fondly remember this. Remember playing it back in the day and thinking, oh, they actually did make an Aliens arcade game in the end? Amazing. Right, after a lot of shooting and a couple of credits, that thing's dead. But hey, we're not even fully there yet. We've still got more zombie colonists to deal with. Can we climb up this ladder? We can. There we go, take that, zombie machine guns. Oh god. And crawling half zombies with pistols. Like I say, it takes a lot of liberties with the source material. And this is going to fall away, yep. Into a sewer section. With spiders. Anyway, yeah. Aliens is a fun game. It's not particularly accurate to the movie. But I think it's still worth playing in this day and age. Right, this is Vapor Trail Hyper Fence Formation. It's a Data East game, so you know it's got a certain coolness about it as Data East games do, and it's got a really rocking soundtrack too. So select a fighter, so you've got a mid-range, a tank, or a speed fighter. We're going to go mid-range because it looks like a cool version of... Oh, what are you doing? No, 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 up! We're actually probably going to... Oh, we're just going to get that one in time. So this stuck out to me in the arcade simply because of this music. And I'm not concentrating on that tank. Yeah, music so impressive to hear this sort of heavy rocking track coming from an arcade machine. I liked it so much I actually tracked down the music CD from the Japan Centre in London. Helicopter!
Helicopter! Helicopter!
And I've always had a soft spot for this. It's not the most accomplished vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. The weapon system's a bit naff, because occasionally you will shoot it and you'll get this power thing like that, which is, on the face of things, really good. But if you use your roll button, which is that flashing bar down the bottom, like a 1942 style evasive manoeuvre stroke shield thing, you will sacrifice your special weapon, which I've always found a bit annoying. Meanwhile, that tank just sprouted rockets and took off. Because Data East, simply. This takes me way back to like 1991 when I first played it. Helicopters!
Helikopter, helikopter!
Power up. More helicopters.
Helikopter,
That's Liberty in the background. And a big helicopter.
Helikopter, helikopter!
This isn't a hard boss at all, I seem to remember. Now I had this on the Mega Drive as well. Really good version on the Mega Drive. Bit unforgiving because when you lose a life it takes you back to a checkpoint, and I do believe the arcade version does respawn you. I guess that makes it a bit more challenging. Did finish on the Mega Drive. There we go, and that's down. Time to dock with our aircraft carrier thing, and this is a very tall building. It's reaching all the way up to the clouds. Right, from New York to a desert. Doesn't say where the desert is, but that is a pyramid, so we're sort of going to guess it's going to be sort of Egypt, maybe. Nondescript part of Egypt. Oh no, I just got shot out of the sky. You have 2 hit markers, hit points, even when you've got the special armour. And I've already lost 1 because paying attention. Yeah, this is Egypt, isn't it? There's a Sphinx. Maybe not the Sphinx. I mean, I've been to Egypt, and the Sphinx is right next to the pyramids rather than that far away. I did sort of measure it. I went there and specifically said this is nothing like Vapor Trail. Meanwhile, there is an airliner with tanks driving underneath it. And I can't hold it again. I was going to make a really crass 737 MAX joke there, but they were quite obviously Lockheed TriStars. Guess what? Helicopters.
Helicopter, helicopter!
And a really bizarre spider thing. It spits out flaming tornadoes. I must admit, that was quite a cool effect back in the day. It just look a bit dated now. Well, I think the next boss is an aircraft carrier in the desert, which is a riff on Area 88, the manga rather than the video game. Which also did have a desert aircraft carrier, but the original idea did come from the comic book. So yes, a land carrier on giant tank treads. Completely infeasible, but definitely a staple in some games. Anyway, so that's Vapor Trail. I still love that. That's a classic for me. Right, let's take things back to something a bit more chilled. This is obviously Pang, and this is a classic. So starting at the beginning, Japan, and there is the beautiful, majestic Mount Suzuka in the background. Fantastic. For me, this was always a computer game. I never saw the arcade game, I never played the arcade game back in the day. So for me, it was an Amiga game, which I've had a lot of fond memories of. And I must admit, I've not played it in decades, so I'm actually quite surprised I actually managed to do 1 level. And those platforms can be destroyed. Not all platforms can be destroyed. Got double weapons. That's good. Makes busting bubbles a lot more efficient. There's a shield there. We'll have that. Lovely. Excellent. 2-stage bonus. Yep. Oh, okay. Oh, gun. You don't keep your weapons at the end of each stage, which I really thought you did. And this is things giving us loads of weapons. We've got the hook shot one, which stays attached to things, which is useful for covering. Oh no! Crap. Well, that was lucky. If you get that dynamite when there's lots on the screen, it will destroy you. And we've left Japan. Where are we going now? Is this China? I think it's China. The music sort of says it's China, doesn't it? No, I do not want that dynamite, because everything will blow up into very, very small bits. Meanwhile, that is very welcome, because that stopped the bubbles for a sec. Let's go there, collect the fruit. We have to get down there, aren't we? Yes. Oh crap, one ball up the arse. And your history. So says your mum. Well, it doesn't matter if I collect that now. Excellent. That's a very Akira Toriyama style of character that we're getting in between stages. I wonder if it was his. Pain. But I've got a shield so I can just walk straight through it. Now this is a pain as well. Look, there's a little sidearm dude at the top. I've never seen that in this game. But then again, I've never played the arcade game very much. And here comes a crab. And I'm running out of time. This is why things are kicking off. And here comes the batty bird and crappy crab. And we've just about... I am getting really, really fluky here. I do believe the Amiga version was somewhat easier. Maybe it was a bit slower. I don't know. Mind you, it's being very generous with the power-ups. Oh crap. Oh crap again. Yeah, there we go. Not the most interesting game to talk about, but it is still an absolute classic. Play some Pang! Right, so lastly, we have Rolling Thunder. The game which really gave birth to Shinobi. Shinobi owes a hell of a lot to this. Oh. Advance to high levels by holding down the start button and moving control, so you can level skip. Okay, well I'm not going to do that. We're going to go straight in at the ground level, so to say. So you control Agent Albatross, who essentially is a Star Trek red shirt, because he's going to die a lot. Go indoors for bullets and guns. No children saved like Shinobi, but the basic up and down 2-level platform gameplay is pretty much the same. You do get limited ammunition, that's why I have to keep on popping into doors and asking to borrow a couple of 9mm. Oh, in there you'll be able to get yourself a teaspoonful. It's actually a machine gun. Very satisfying to use. Not particularly economic, because you end up wasting a ton of bullets, but a lot of fun to use. Hello guys! You do have a life meter, but it doesn't mean jack shit, because you hit once you lose half of it, hit twice you're dead. This bit here, you can do this. Ah, it didn't quite work. You can float all the way to the bottom if you're good with that. Something you learnt in the arcades back in the day. Oh crap, see? Second hit dead. I don't know why the life bar's got, what, 8 notches to it when you can only take 2 hits. And they do have this nasty habit of jumping out of doors. Like that. Oh, the tyres! And I've got shot in the face. Well done, Agent Albatross, you great tool. Oh crap. That didn't go well. Should we continue? Right, we're up to the tyres again, where the people popping in and out. And it's a great fun time hiding these tyres. Like that guy with the gun. I showed him where to play. Not playing with the tyres there. It's not big, it's not clever, I tell you. Somebody could set fire to them and then we'd all be in trouble. The one thing that's just different from Shinobi is you can't jump and shoot like you can in Shinobi. And you've got no ninja magic. But hey ho, yeah, very similar template to Shinobi. I think the elephant in the room here, okay, we've got to mention it. All these guys are wearing hoods. All these guys, shall we say, might belong to a clan? I don't know. Their leader's a green goblin dude. And to be honest, I'm not sure if they're even going to... Oh, you bastard. Oh, he disappeared. Don't think I'm even going to clear this first stage to see them dancing around and... Well, you'll see if we get there. Right, we've made it to the end of the first stage somehow. And they're chasing after my woman. Look, they're all doing... Oh, they didn't do it. Oh, they are doing the dance. And, yeah, saluting the Fuhrer by the looks of things. This is where things start getting really tough because there's a lot more verticality in the stages and a lot more death. So, yes, there we go. Rolling Thunder is an absolute classic. It's still bloody hard. So there we go, 4 more classic arcade games. What did you think of them? Comment below.
Subscribe or naff off.